What's up? This is Machi. I'm just gonna do a commentary on a beat I made. Let's start with melody first. As you can see, pretty simple. Just a little chord progression. Now for the second melody. Usually for the second melody, I usually take a lot of time to do it because I'm just brainstorming. So it takes me a little bit of time. So I'll just skip to the part where I actually have the melody done already. So okay, so this is where I'm gonna start the melody. I'm gonna make sure that it's in key. I'm just gonna do a little something something. So I'm just making sure the notes flow with the BPM. As you can see, it's pretty good. So I'll just keep that. And if I feel like I need to adjust anything, I can always just do this. Cool. So that's the second melody. And now I'm going to work on our third melody. I'm going to open one of these plugins, maybe Citrus. There's a preset pack I like to use from somebody called Sonic Creations. And I love their music, first of all. But I have one of their drum kits and stuff like that, so I have their presets. I'll just use their presets. It's pretty good for hood trap, making melodies, especially if you have Purity. That's a plugin. And now we have Purity, so I'm gonna make a pattern, and now we're gonna do the piano roll for the third melody. This is me in the process of brainstorming. I'm just gonna make this real quick, nothing crazy. And yeah, I'm just gonna as I play it, I'm just gonna adjust it so that it sounds decent, just like I did before. Decent enough for me, at least. Now, right now, I think it sounds decent now, so I'm just gonna play it and see how it sounds. Now we just gotta copy it. This isn't really necessary, but I just like to play around and see if it sounds better if I mess around with a few stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna play around with the octave, see if it sounds better. Okay, so this octave sounds good. On to the next step. Now I'm gonna add an extra note so that it can blend in easily with Purity. In case you're not using a preset like me, you should definitely make sure that the voices are selected. Make sure you select 2 voices so that you can hear both notes at the same time. But I don't have to do that since I'm using multiple instruments. The thing with me about making melodies is that sometimes you just have to just play around until you find something that sounds decent enough or that satisfies you. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna skip to the part when I actually have the melody done. Okay, so now it's time for some little SFX. Now I'm gonna structure the beat, make sure everything sounds good. I'm gonna play it while I structure it. So now I have a rough draft of the kind of structure I want to do. Now I'm gonna just play it. And while I play and edit the structure, I'm gonna click on some snares and see how it sounds to the beat. Now let's make a snare pattern. I think for this beat I'll use like 2 different snare patterns because I want to be different. There was a problem that I had with the magnet system. I had to change my step, but in the end I got it, so it's all cool. Right now I'm just experimenting with some different snare patterns, see what sounds good, see what doesn't. I think I'm gonna also work on the second snare pattern as well. Okay, time for the claps. Don't mind me, I was just experimenting with the claps. It sounds funny. My advice for the claps, I recommend you put it right before or after a snare, and it'll sound amazing. Now I'm just making another melody after I made the drums, which makes no sense, but it's fine because I just decided to do that last minute. Typical structuring and placement. That's all I'm doing right now. Gonna use my favorite sound from the plugin called Citrus. The sound's called Haunted House. And now I'm gonna make the haunted house and this piano sound like a guitar by just simply moving the notes over a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna make an 808 pattern, and I'm gonna use my preset. If you want my preset, just look in the description. It has a link to my Discord server, and you can just add me, and I'll give you whatever you want. Okay, so the 808 pattern is basically done. The only thing left I have to do is basically just tune it and put it in key. Now I'm gonna put up the octave for the melody so it can sound a little better. All that's really left to do is just structure it properly and just add Vox. That's it. And tune everything. Now I'm doing a placement of where the Vox should go, or where I think it should go, or where it makes sense to go. and just, you know, tune in all the 808s, the melodies, and everything, make it sound nice and clean. If you want to see the end product, the beat is already posted in the video before this one, so go check it out. I'll put it in the description as well. I'll leave a little snippet of what I made. Y'all have a nice day now.